Former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson, who delivered that bombshell testimony in front of the January 6th Select Committee, has revealed in an excerpt of a new book why, according to her, Donald Trump had an issue with masks and led to his movement rejecting, in large part, that way of protecting oneself during the pandemic. And it's embarrassing. Here from the New Republic. Ex-White House aide reveals why Trump refused to wear masks during COVID. Cassidy Hutchinson explains why Donald Trump would never wear masks, even during the height of the pandemic. And a little foreshadowing, it has something to do with this. If you're a video viewer, this little part of Trump's face and the coloring difference between his actual skin and his bronze skin. Donald Trump staunchly refused to wear a mask during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. And a big reason why is that he didn't want to smudge his makeup. Can I read that again for us all? Donald Trump staunchly refused to wear a mask during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. And a big reason why is that he didn't want to smudge his makeup, former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson has revealed. Hutchinson worked as the top assistant to Donald Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and she eventually became a star witness for the House January 6th Investigative Committee. She reveals Trump's turning point on masks in her new book, Enough, The Guardian reported Thursday. And if we jump down to this back and forth, he was at Honeywell, and he said that the Honeywell chief executive gave him the go-ahead to not wear a mask. Hutchinson says, though, that Trump initially chose to wear a white mask and then asked staffers what they thought. Quote, I slowly shook my head, Hutchinson says. The president pulled the mask off and asked why I thought he should not wear it. I pointed at the straps of the N95 I was holding. When he looked at the straps of his mask, he saw they were covered in bronzer. This, I said about the Lauren Boebert story. When I started a political channel, I don't think I was expecting to talk about the makeup of a former president. Well, I guess Trump was around by then, so I sort of did. Trump immediately decided to forego the mask, according to Hutchinson, who wrote, why did no one else tell me that? He snapped, I'm not wearing this thing. The vanity, the pretentiousness, and the orange makeup of Donald Trump, and this part is not funny, led to how many people not protecting themselves as much as they should? Because it was masks, then it was vaccine skepticism, and pretty much just anything that had to do with trying to stay safe during the pandemic was unacceptable for much of MAGA, was a conspiracy theory. How many people were harmed because of that? The broader skepticism of anything that medical professionals were saying probably would have happened anyways, in part, but the president of the United States going, masks, I don't know about that. That was a little much. Because of which reason? His bronzer. Really, MAGA? And really, Republican Party? This is your guy? This is the dear leader that has become the leader of a cult? And then just quickly, you have this also from CBS. Hutchinson moved to the South because her legal team didn't think it was safe for her to remain in Washington, D.C. Quote, I could not go back to my apartment. I ended up moving down to Atlanta for several months. So when people become the focus of Trump's hatred because they expose things about him, it is deeply harmful for them. And so credit to anyone who's willing to do that, including Cassidy Hutchinson. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. And there's a link in the description.